Yes, I'm going to. I got an invitation.
Gala dinner hosted by our Prime Minister. Thank you very much.
Ararad Mիրզոյան, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Armenia.
From your perspective, is the EU engagement in your region, in the South Caucasus, providing an added value and platform for addressing both regional challenges, and how does that impact the geopolitical situation in the wider context?
Right now, Armenia is in the middle of democratic reforms, very large-scale democratic reforms, aimed at strengthening democratic institutions, a higher level of human rights protection, independent judiciary, etc. And it's not strange that this brings EU closer to Armenia, and this brings Armenia closer to EU, and it's no surprise that we're trying to also explore new horizons in terms of cooperation or deepening relations between EU and Armenia in various fields, including the security dimension. As you mentioned, we are having now and exploring a new format. We had first ever session of EU-Armenia's political and security dialogue. I cannot restrict myself speaking about only what's going on in Armenia, because the security dimension itself supposes also some topics which are connected with what's going on around Armenia. And since we are speaking about disorder, I should also make a couple of remarks on the external threats that Armenia faces now. You're now speaking about world disorder and violation of international law, international rules. Well, we have been speaking about this since 2020, when the war of aggression initiated by Azerbaijan began in Nagorno-Karabakh. We have been speaking about this very loudly, but few countries in the world were listening to us, and now everybody faces a bigger problem. We have been speaking about our problem being a part of a larger problem, a larger process of violation of international order, and now everybody faces it. So we have had several invasions into southern territory of Republic of Armenia, and here I would like to express our appreciation that the European Union made a very quick, very rapid decision, which is, by the way, quite an unusual probably for the European Union. So European Union made a very quick decision to send an observation mission to patrol, to observe the situation along the international border between Armenia and Azerbaijan, our eastern neighbor. And the European observers are now there, and they are doing their job. And this is a significant factor of stabilization on the border between Armenia and Azerbaijan, and we're thankful for that. But this is only a part of the problem. There is also the problem of rights and securities of Armenian people living in Nagorno-Karabakh. And I think we cannot pretend and we cannot close our eyes and pretend that there is no problem there. There is a problem there. And this is not the problem only of Armenia. This is also everybody's problem. Here I remember Minister Jaishankar's words, Minister of India, once he said, how come that Europe's problems are everybody's world's problem, but others' problems are not Europe's problem? This is a very fair, I would say, question. And please be aware, dear friends, dear colleagues, as we have been crying loudly about this 2.5 years ago, this will become your problem, because people living there are facing a threat of a real ethnic cleansing, a real genocide. If the world order which we are speaking about and which we are dreaming of is based on the values, then the humanity has a chance. Again, we speak about human lives, and I hope the politics is about making human lives better. So this is a difficult situation, but this is a situation that we shall deal with. First of all, acknowledge. Secondly, make better efforts, bigger efforts to prevent, because there is still a chance to prevent the ethnic cleansing in Nagorno-Karabakh. And this is a purely humanitarian issue, I'm not speaking now about politics, political regulation of the conflict, of everything, because we are engaged in negotiations. We are trying to find some solutions. Although negotiations and peace is sort of is very much like tango, the dance. To have a tango, you need the second partner to dancing with you. So to make peace, you need your neighbor again willing to make peace, lasting peace with you. You can start a war by yourself, but you cannot have a lasting peace only by yourself, unfortunately. So we are engaged in good faith in negotiations, but we still, during the negotiations and on the ground, we need the threats of use of force, we face real use of force, we meet the blockade, and it's not even a blockade, it's a siege of Nagorno-Karabakh. There is no food, there is no medicine going to Nagorno-Karabakh for already quite a long time. And this is a problem. This is a problem. I'm trying to describe the real situation in a region which is not far from EU. A whole region is under siege, and this is a problem which unfortunately we cannot solve alone by ourselves. Here we need your help. I believe that everybody else as well has or should have its own part of responsibility. Again, if we want to live in order, not in chaos, probably I will stop here. Thank you.
Adoption of policies where I think that we can use the key words of the strategy. I would be the one to
project that has started a $1 million question. And what I would like to say is that